What people don't tell you is breastfeeding is very draining. Everything I checked, there was nowhere that was written ati Coco. Coco is just for Kenyans. Coco ni ya Kenya. So apply nipple cream. It will save your life. And actually you should apply this nipple cream 3 months before you give birth. So hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Ray over here. If you're new here, karibu tena sana, and please do subscribe to our girl's channel. We are all about mom life, lifestyle, beauty, vacationing, like everything. Like it's a channel where you get stories, lots of stories from my own life experiences. And yeah, just keep it tuned to a girl's channel and subscribe. And if you're returning, gang, ooh, asanteni sana, asanteni, thank you for always tuning in. And please, if you're watching me and you've not been subscribing, you just watch and you don't subscribe, please do subscribe also. And this is a very informative video where I share my breastfeeding experience, and I would love it if you share this video with your fellow women, the expectant ones, the ones who are expecting to be expectant in the future, and for the already moms and they want to become moms round 2, round 3, and they don't know what went wrong and they want to do it better, or just for learning, for just knowing how this life is. Like, you have to hear from people to know what life is actually is about. Like, yeah, you get to learn about different things and different people's experiences, and that's hiyo ndio maisha. Now, breastfeeding. I thought breastfeeding was going to be a walk in the park. I thought everything was going to just be normal. Not normal, like, you know, it's like it just happens. I just thought it just happens. Nobody told me like a process that goes on hapo katikati. So that process that goes on in the middle of everything is what I'm here for. I want to share my own experience so that you don't have to go through it without knowing what you're going through. Like, expect the worst, because for me I expected the easiest way. I got it the worst. Trust me, it was, oh my god, when you're given your baby, it's the best thing ever. You're happy, blah blah blah, but you don't know what's gonna hit you next. The baby is always hungry, and the babies don't know how to latch. That's another problem. So if they can't latch, it will affect you and your nipple. Your nipple will be on hell on earth. It will be on fire. I'm telling you guys, I'm not exaggerating. So, story of my life is, my baby was latching vizuri. When I was at the hospital, the nurses were like, yeah, the baby is latching well. The doctors were like, your baby latches well. But in the real sense, she was not. So when I came home, I just knew, see, the baby knows how to latch. So we continued breastfeed until my nipples. Yes, actually, by the way, when you're breastfeeding, the first way to know if you're doing it right or wrong is if you're feeling pain. If you feel pain, you're doing it wrong. If you're feeling nothing and just you're feeling the flow, you're not supposed to feel anything when the baby is breastfeeding, by the way, just normal. I thought it was going to feel something funny. You will feel the milk move or something, but no. I'm here to tell you, if you're imagining you're going to feel the milk flowing, blah blah blah, no. What you will actually feel is the release of milk. When the milk comes down, there's a release. That one, you will feel itchy. You will feel funny. There's like a pain that is there, but not pain. I don't know, just something funny. You feel heavy. I was just imagining very funny stuff when I thought of breastfeeding, I don't know what I was imagining. I was just imagining, yeah, just like it's just normal, like you're there, you feel nothing, and you, I don't know, and then I don't know, but I'm sharing what I've been feeling. It's just like a, you feel like a release from here to here, and then now you feel pain, like you know, it's an unexplainable feeling, but it is a bit painful or uncomfortable. Is it? I don't know. It depends on who you are. For me, it is painful. And then, yeah, for me, I thought, actually thought, babies don't breastfeed so much in the beginning, but actually in the beginning is when they don't, they don't, they're always breastfeeding, by the way, because the stomachs are so small, they fill up fast and they empty it fast, so they need a refill all the time. So it's just a matter of just the same pattern the whole day. It's a sequence. This one happens, that one happens, so you just, it's a tough first year, and especially if you're breastfeeding. What people don't tell you is breastfeeding is very draining. It drains you physically, emotionally, mentally, and it drains you, and it's exhausting. It's demanding, because the baby's food, you have to be on your toes, you have to eat, so that this baby can be so that you can produce milk for this baby. You have to rest, at the same time you have to take care of a newborn, at the same time. Like, breastfeeding will drain you, and especially the first days, but I'm here to tell you that it's gonna get easier and easier. It won't stay as hard as the first day, it won't feel as exhausting as the first day, it won't feel as demanding, and as like, yeah, all these things will decrease with time, and even the pain. But at least now you have known it from me. If you're a new mom and you're expecting it to be easy, I'm here to tell you it won't be easy. Just expect the worst, so that you don't get shocked as I was. So there are people who get even milk even before they go to deliver, even before 9 months, even at 3 months. There are people who start leaking milk, and we are all different, and we are different in different ways. We can't be the same, no. So there are those who are lucky, they have oversupply, and there are those who have to look for this milk, and we can all produce milk. Don't give up. I'm here to tell you, don't give up. It will be hard at the beginning, but it will get easier. If you want to breastfeed, don't give up. Do it for your baby, and you will be happy at the end of the day that you actually persevered and got through it. I'm happy that I didn't give up, because I was just almost this close to giving up. You guys, you see all these formulas, they're here for a reason. I started with formula, and now I have milk in the fridge, frozen, and I do pump, and I get oversupply. Yeah, so here is my story. So when the doctor said the baby was latching okay, then I came home and the baby continued breastfeeding, blah blah blah, but I would feel kidogo pain when she was breastfeeding, so I knew there was something wrong. So I know you're not supposed to feel pain when you're breastfeeding, and I was feeling this tiny pain. So at the end of the day, it created a wound on my nipples, and the more the baby breastfed, the more my nipples became worse and worse, and they reached a place where she would actually breastfeed. I would nurse her, and the milk would come out with blood. Like, you guys, it was serious, it was bad. So I had to stop breastfeeding for a while. Not actually stopped I couldn't stop breastfeeding, because you know, guys, there's also clogging of the breast. Oh my god, the engorgement, when you get engorged and then it's blocked, it's now, if you don't breastfeed, and then these things, it gets complicated, so you have to breastfeed no matter what. Either you pump or breastfeed. So for me, I couldn't pump because the wounds were so big, and the breast pump was actually opening the wound more. So I chose to breastfeed and supplement with formula for a while. Like, I would not breastfeed like the whole day like before. I would like wait for 3 hours and then breastfeed and then give formula, and then like that. I didn't know that, you know, the milk supply comes with the demand. I didn't know this. The more the demand, the more the milk comes. So when I reduced breastfeeding, the more my milk reduced, and I didn't know that I was going to harm my milk supply, because it started off well, and when I got the wounds, that's the problem. That's where the problem started. So my milk continued like that. So I had to let my nipples to heal. When they healed, not even before they healed, when they were just there like getting better, I was like, I want to breastfeed, but there is no milk. Like, I was now becoming dry and drier, and I didn't know what was happening. Kumbe, the milk supply was the demand led to reduction to my milk supply by so much that my milk started disappearing. Now getting back this milk now was the problem, guys. I cried tears. I cried every day of my life, of those days. It was like 2 weeks of just darkness, and the baby is hungry. You want it, she wants milk. You don't have any milk to give her. She's refusing the formula. I don't know why. Maybe the formula was not tasting as good as the milk. She didn't want the formula. She wanted milk from me, and I couldn't supply any milk. You guys, I felt useless. I felt like I was letting her down. Yeah, so there's nothing I didn't do, I didn't buy, or I didn't do at that time. You guys, it was bad. It was a bad experience for me, and it was just the darkest days of my entire pregnancy and birth story is concerned. This was the darkest time. And you guys, when you see your baby hungry and you can't provide for them what they want, it's crazy. But yeah, I thank God we're not there right now. I'm talking about another something. I'm talking actually over, I can produce for twins. Actually, I can feed twins right now. So don't give up. For me, it was really hard. And let me start by saying this: nobody tells you that you're supposed to use nipple cream even before the baby comes. Nipple cream, guys, is save your nipples. Don't be like me. I bought the Mandela, it's called what, Mandela cream, nipple cream, but it wasn't good. What you should buy is this Lancino nipple cream, or the Avent nipple cream, because these ones have an advantage. You don't have to rub it off for your baby to breastfeed. It's safe for them to breastfeed when it's there. So you don't have, when you actually when you're breastfeeding and then you put oil and then you have to rub it again, that's when it makes the wound worse. That's how my wound became worse, because I was using the Vaseline, and then I rub it off when the baby wants to breastfeed, and then I put it back. And then if you can't get your hands on the nipple cream, the best thing also to do is to use your milk as the nipple cream. Yeah, it heals the nipple and actually lubricates the nipple, so that you can prevent the wounds from coming. And also, when you're applying nipple cream, there's a way you apply nipple cream. There's a way if you want your nipples not to crack and all, apply it on the whole black thing, not only on the nipple. For me, I was applying it only on the nipple, and that's why even my nipples took longer to heal. You're supposed to apply it all over the black thing, and you will see a big difference. Apply nipple cream, it will save your life. And actually, you should apply this nipple cream 3 months before you give birth. You start before, and you start rubbing your nipples for them to get ready for the baby to feed on them. Like, you guys, these are things that I wasn't told. My nipples just got shocked, like, what is happening? Yani, it was crazy. Don't go through that like me. Just have this in hand 3 months before and be applying it. So that one will save you a big deal. And also, you guys, there are people who really judge people who use formula for like, don't judge people. For me, I don't judge you. If you decide to formula feed, that is your own. But I'm here to tell you, even if you're supplementing and you're also breastfeeding, but you're supplementing on formula, just know the right formula to use for your baby. There's so many formulas here that I bought. This one, HP what, Nan, Lipton Mill, CG what. But yes, all this, my baby was not acting right with them. You guys, nobody tells you how sensitive a baby's stomach is. That stomach will keep you awake, because now your life is about breastfeeding and looking for the poop. If she has not pooped, you're doomed. If she over poops, is a problem also. If she's there, like, your life is just upside down because of a stomach. A baby's stomach is everything, and it's very sensitive. So my baby's stomach refused all this, only to learn that now, like Lipton Mill, it has this one, and there are others that they are called and they have different ones for different functions of the of your baby. So get to know the one that is right for your baby. And also, there's a doctor who advised me to, if it's for a newborn, they advised me to get this Similac formula. This one, and especially this one, written Total Comfort. I saw these ones at Biashara Street, and I didn't know. By the way, this one is not even open, guys, because by the time I got this, my milk already started coming. And the person who advised me to get this is the same person who saved my milk supply. Shout out to Kezia's brother. Aki, this guy saved my life. He was at that time he was doing his internship at Kenyatta Hospital. He was doing his internship there, and he was at the children's ward, so he was knowing a lot about children. And he told me to use this as the formula if my baby's stomach is very, very sensitive. And I never got to use it because he also advised me on what to use to get my milk. So stay tuned to know what I use to increase my milk supply again. So now, guys, there's now, when I didn't have milk, there were so many things that were coming up. Many what should I say, like people's myths on milk supply, on breastfeeding. There was this people are telling me, no, eat this to increase your milk supply, do this to increase your milk supply, I don't know, put warm towels on your boobs to increase your milk supply, I don't know, drink soup, eat managu, eat sijui green. There's nothing I didn't eat, you guys. And I was being told you have to eat a lot. You guys, I even added weight on this. In these 2 weeks, I added weight. I was being given everything. Kura, mashakura. I'm not supposed to take spices, so you know this was mashakura taking. I was just taking mashakura. I drank a lot of porridge. Yani, I've increased in weight because of what I ate in those 2-3 weeks of my life, of my breastfeeding life. It was tough, you guys. So I'm here to tell you that don't be that girl who is lied to take this to increase your milk supply. Take this. No. There's no food that increases your milk supply. For me, that's what I've seen, and I know milk supply is all about it's all in the head. How cool you are. You have to be very stress-free, and you have to be very relaxed for your milk to be supplied. Don't be worried. Your body got this. It got it, and it will do what's supposed to be done. So just relax. Don't be like me. Relax and wait for it to come, okay? Don't be anxious about anything. God has given you this baby, and God will supply the food for them. So for me, I unluckily or luckily or unfortunately, I had to go through all that. I ate a lot. I got fat. And then also, nobody tells you that when you're breastfeeding, there are particular foods that you are not supposed to eat. Actually, because your baby, even if you digest the food for them and they breastfeed on it, there are babies that can't tolerate some foods, and especially dairy products. So I've not been enjoying my life. Nobody tells you that after pregnancy you think you're free. Now you're a free woman. You can do what you want. Now, wapi, you can't actually. Now you can't eat more things than before because they cause gas. And when they cause gas, this gas transfers to your baby, and that's when the baby has colic. And colic is a situation where your baby is just, and your baby is in a lot of discomfort because of the gas stuck in their stomach, and they can't remove it. They don't know how to remove it, so it keeps them awake, and it makes them cry a lot. Nobody tells you of all these things. For me, I'm going to tell you that colic is real, and colic will make you not sleep. And most children have colic, and colic is a situation where your baby cries for a long time in this hour, and like every day there's a particular time where your baby just starts crying or fussing. That's when the colic is on a high. You're not told all these things before you give birth. For me, I thought, oh, babies just come cute and just sitting over there. So when you're breastfeeding, there are foods you won't eat. Like for us, we eat traditionally to increase the milk supply, which is a myth. We eat a lot of njahe, and njahe, these are like, it's a type of bean. So beans will automatically cause gas. So for milk, for breastfeeding people nowadays, we don't take those njahes. You reduce on a lot of things. I can't take cabbage. I don't take kales. You guys, there's a lot of things that I'm not taking. Spices. I can't wait for the baby's stomach to be well so that I can start being, because for now, when you're breastfeeding, it's a lot. So for me, that guy actually, he got me at the right time. I was actually almost giving up on this breastfeeding. I just wanted to move on from it and just leave it. But this guy came through for me. Kezia's brother, he just told me, you girl, she told Kezia, tell your friend to buy Mama Light. Mama Light. Here you guys can see Mama Light. Nobody told me about this thing, you guys. It is just like it looks like cocoa. You just put it in water, 1 spoon. This thing comes half of it, and it's actually 2,500, half of it. And you have to take a spoon in the morning and in the evening, or as many times as you want, but it will increase your milk supply a lot. So don't overuse it. This thing saved my life. I'm here to tell you guys, this is what saved me. I looked for that milk through food. I ate everything. I drank cocoa. You know, Kenyans, they have this notion that ati cocoa brings milk. What cocoa? You don't have to take any cocoa, any juice, any what to get milk. As long as you're eating a balanced diet and you drink a lot of water. Water is what brings milk. Like, what you have to just take a lot of water for your milk supply to be high. Not at a porridge, what. Just water will be enough, okay? So this is what saved my life. He told me go to any chemist and just ask for this. And he told me to buy this 100-gram one. It is not even finished, it's still there. You guys, I didn't have any milk in my breast. Nothing was coming out for a few days. And when I took this one for the first time, there was something. And then I took another one. The baby breastfed. Even the baby fell asleep because they were full. After that, the next day I drank. I drank. And after that, my milk supply just started coming normally, and I stopped drinking it. That's why I even left some. And just like that, my milk supply came. But when I was taking this one, I was breast pumping also. I pump so that it can increase the demand. I would pump and also breastfeed, pump, and then nurse, pump, nurse. It was exhausting for the first few days, but after that, when your milk comes, it comes through, guys. It comes a lot, and it is here to stay. And even if you eat dinner, even if you don't eat dinner, your milk still comes. But you have to drink a lot of water. You have to keep yourself hydrated for your milk supply to be on point. But it's not anything specifically like cocoa. I've never, even in my entire time of googling about the increase of milk while breastfeeding, in the entire time, in all the Google blah blah blah, everything I checked, there was nowhere that was written ati cocoa. The cocoa is just for Kenyans. Cocoa ni ya Kenya. So take milk, take water, and just eat balanced diet. Take fruits, take some fresh juice, and everything will be all right. Don't stress yourself. By the way, this thing will save you. If you're having a problem, you will be saved. Like right now, I even have milk. I store milk in the fridge. My baby eats a lot, and she's always full. Although she has colic, but if she didn't have colic, she would always be sleeping. Actually, she sleeps a lot, but she's always fussy, you know. So we have to hold her in all. But I'm here to tell you that, girls, don't worry about your milk supply. Take this and you'll be fine. You will be fine. You will be fine. I know you're going through a dark time, or you're going through a hard time. Don't worry. Also, this will pass. Everything has its time for the beginning, and it has its time on the end, okay? So be encouraged. You got this, mamas. You got this. I have respect for mommies. I have respect for all of you. Even if you decide to formula feed, there's no shame in formula feeding. Formula feed all you want. Like, you know, we are all different. We can't all do the same thing. Even for me, I was almost formula feeding and I was not ashamed of it, but I just love the benefits that comes with breastfeeding. I want the best for my baby. I don't mean that the other formula is not the best, but I just want, like they say, breast milk is good, so I want my baby to breastfeed. That's all. And now I'm a happy mom who breastfeeds throughout the day. I pump sometimes, like right now. Before I started the video, I pumped for Pepper, and I've left them in the sitting room with the auntie. I'm here recording and she's eating, and after this I'm just going to go breastfeed. Like, it becomes easier and enjoyable. You bond with your baby when you're breastfeeding. Oh my god, it's so nice when you're breastfeeding your baby. It's just the cutest thing, and I enjoy it, and I'm glad I didn't give up. So don't give up, girls, please. You guys, also nobody tells you about her clogging of the breast. If you let your milk stay inside your boobs, it will clog inside, and it is going to get, like, you'll just be swollen, and it will get to a place where you just can't be helped normally. You have to go for surgery for this to be corrected. So stay woke. Don't let your boobies clog. Most ladies, first time moms, let their boobies to be clogged and engorged. By this time, if you're engorged and they press it, which is very painful, they press it, they press for the milk to come out, and if it is impossible with this, is when you go for the surgery. Don't let it reach there. Just remove the milk by breastfeeding or pumping it. Please. Even my there's a lady who was telling me that she had to go for operation, and it was just the most difficult thing. Imagine having a newborn, and also you're going through another operation because of your engorgement. Oh my god, don't let it go to that point. Just stay woke. Okay guys, thanks for watching and tuning in. Share this information with your fellow girls, women, ladies, and please do watch 1 or 2 adverts for me, the short ones. I'll highly appreciate it, and Pepper will appreciate it. We love you guys. Till next time.